kept fighting off, or not off TV, but off the big shows.
Yes, of course.
So far, he's trying once again to get the New York boxing license. He is licensed in Puerto Rico, Quebec, Arkansas, West Virginia, and Michigan. New York, you might as well do it. He's going to continue fighting.
He's going to fight no matter what. So.
You might as well.
Yep, absolutely.
It's ridiculous that he...
Just like Bolero.
I sort of think they will relicense him. I sort of think they will.
Hopefully.
And then he'll have his hometown fights again, whatever. But he apparently seems eager to fight the top people. At least the way he talks in his interviews, he wants to fight the top people. He needs to be able to fight in the big places to be able to do that.
New York is one of them.
Yep, definitely. That's a definite big key one.
Yes.
And New York is also going to be a big place for him to make money, of course.
Yep.
The New York
hometown. So.
Yeah. Now, if he gets to New York and he refuses to fight anyone, then take his license. Because he can fight nobodies in West Virginia.
Of course.
Anyhow, also. Talking to nobodies, Nikolai Valuev will be fighting Ruslan Chigayev April 14th in Germany for whatever fake belt he has, WBA belt.
Yes.
And that's just garbage. April 14th. Be fine if that's not on TV. Don't believe it is.
No.
Don't really care if it is.
Pacquiao pay-per-view card that day. So.
And... yeah, so there you go. At least they'll get that crap out of the way. That'll make value of whatever is another step closer to breaking Marciano's record.
Yeah.
Unless you adjust for padding, then it'd be like he'd be without padding. He'd be what? 1-0, 2-0.
Maybe.
About 2-0, I guess. He has the BS wins against Ruiz and. Monty Barrett, he has the win against.
Does have a legitimate one over him.
And I think, was it Larry Donald that he got a BS win against? So.
And people say the Ruiz and Donald fights were BS.
So legitimately, he'd be 1-2.
Yeah.
Counting, I hate to use the word top people because they're not. But in that division, unfortunately, they're the closest thing to top people.
That's sad.
Yeah, I mean, they're the thing right below top people.
See what you're missing, Lewis.
Exactly. Value Up would be a huge freak show.
Yes.
You'd get paid $50 million to fight him.
20 at the least. I mean,
20, nothing. He'd get at the very least 30.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big freak.
That's a huge
that's
marketable
easy to sell.
Fight.
King Kong versus...
the Lion.
Yep, David, I don't know, David versus Goliath, whatever.
Yeah.
Where David's like 6'6".
And Lewis.
Yeah, David the Lion and everything. That giant mental midget would get knocked out in a round and it'd be great. You'd get paid $50 million.
Yeah.
$30 million guaranteed and $20 million on pay-per-view sales. Also, Michael Moore says he is fighting March 16th. Didn't mention it in the earlier show, wasn't big news. Says he wants to fight Holyfield in a third match after the fight. So that's that. We could be seeing Moore versus Holyfield 3. As crazy as that is, I don't really think that'll come off because
Holyfield's not going to want to do that, for one thing.
I really don't think so, unless he thinks that can catapult him back into the spotlight somehow.
It won't, so...
Nope, I mean,
Moore.
He might as well fight Moore that same weekend, since he's fighting anyhow. He might as well fight Moore then, actually, That'd be a bigger name than Vinny Madelon. More impressive.
How many names aren't bigger names than Vinny Madelon? But
we are, so I know that for fact.
Absolutely.
Anyhow, that's that, and Fernando Vargas has said that he's going to fight Mayorga. He wants to fight him. He said he would fight him in June. Not sure, is the fight actually going to be at 154?
Don't know any of the details yet.
He just says he wants
what the date
that
is or
fight.
anything, yeah.
It's a big money fight. See, Vargas, unlike Lewis, Vargas has enough knowledge to say, let me go take this easy fight for this big money.
Yeah, and this is an easy fight.
Yeah.
Mayorga.
I mean, yeah, there's
Mayorga
minimal
can
danger
give him
there.
some problems because Vargas is a brawler as well, of course.
And Mayorga has power.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a threat, but not minimal risk. And, I mean, yeah, so Vargas will get an easy win and an easy payday.
Yeah.
And
he says this is his last fight.
And another easy win for Jermaine Taylor will be against Sergio Mora either May 19th or June 2nd. Was supposed to be in April. Got pushed back because DeBella said he didn't want to. It's non-pay-per-view, so I don't really understand the reasoning behind this, but he didn't want it to get in the way of the De La Hoya versus Mayweather fight. Super fight. He said he doesn't want to get in the way of that, so did you fall asleep?
Yes. Where were we?
Okay, now that we're awake, Jermaine Taylor versus Sergio Mora, May 19th or June 2nd, was supposed to be in April, but pushed back because DeBella says he doesn't want to compete with De La Hoya versus Mayweather.
Oh.
Makes no sense to me.
Well, I'm going to be May 5th, so...
It wasn't going to compete anyhow. It's not even pay-per-view. It better not be.
They were thinking about that a while back when it was first being talked about.
But
actually,
this right now was supposed to not be pay-per-view, so they moved it pointlessly, really.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what the hell they were thinking on that.
Hopefully May 19th, because you know Showtime's going to have something June 2nd. So we don't need nothing May 19th and then competing cards again June 2nd.
Yep, so hopefully May 19th, yes. I agree. And also just get it out of the way.
Yeah.
I don't know why hold on to June 2nd. It's Sergio Mora.
Yeah.
Taylor could beat him on Friday Night Fights. My gosh. Okay, in like, what, a 6-rounder, so... Anyhow, also, Winky Wright versus Bernard Hopkins is signed by both parties.
Finally.
It's basically official.
July 21st.
And these guys are going to be getting it on, be fighting.
Yes.
Very interesting tactical matchup.
Definitely.
Who's going to win? Hopkins or Wright?
I go with Hopkins.
It's a pick'em fight.
Yeah.
It really is a pick'em fight. Could see either guy winning. I have to overall agree Hopkins.
It's going to be at 170, and Hopkins filled out the light heavyweight body very well, better than I thought he would. Looked
I
big.
just think he will have the ability to pick through Wright's style.
He can figure out anything, it looks like, basically. Not Jones, but basically anything else. He is 11-0 against southpaws. When he says he likes fighting southpaws, I actually believe him because he's proven it.
Yep.
So, what he can do to them. He's about the only one.
And Roy Jones, we don't know what's happening with Roy Jones right now. He needs to get a fight.
He says April or May he's looking for Clinton Woods. That looks to be his target to get that belt.
And this is March now.
Yep, absolutely.
April or May seems pretty soon.
May 12th would be perfect with the replay of Mayweather De La Hoya. On HBO. He belongs on HBO.
He does.
So we'll have to see what happens there.
Anyhow, that's all the big news that's been happening in boxing. So check us out next time. Thanks for watching. See ya.